This program as an invocation to Almighty and Guru, written by him. We're playing it here. Let us hear with a lot of reverence. And it is so beautiful. Every word has a lot of meaning in it. But enjoy the song.
வல்ல தெய்வமது எங்கும் உள்ளது நீக்கமற எல்லாம் வல்ல தெய்வமது எங்கும் உள்ளது நீக்கமற சொல்லால் மட்டும் நம்பாதே சொல்லால் மட்டும் நம்பாதே சுயமாய் சிந்தித்தே தெளிவாய் வல்லாயுடலில் இயக்கமவன் வாழ்வில் உயிரில் அறிவும் அவன் கல்லார் கற்றார் செயல் விளைவாய் காணும் இன்ப துன்பமவன் கல்லார் கற்றார் செயல் விளைவாய் காணும் இன்ப துன்பமவன் அவனின் இயக்கம் அணுவாற்றல் அணுவின் கூட்டு பக்குவம் நீ அவனின் இயக்கம் அணுவாற்றல் அணுவின் கூட்டு பக்குவம் நீ அவரில் தானி உன்னிலவன் அவனில் தானி உன்னிலவன் அவன் யார் நீ யார் பிரிவேது அவனை மறந்தால் நீ சிறியோன் அவனை மறந்தால் நீ சிறியோன் அவனை அறிந்தால் நீ பெரியோன் அவன் நீ ஒன்றாய் அறிந்த இடம் அவன் நீ ஒன்றாய் அறிந்த இடம் அறிவு முழுமை அது முக்தி அறிவு முழுமை அது முக்தி தந்தை தாயிருயிரும் ஒன்று சேர்ந்து தழைத்தொரு உடலாகி உலகில் வந்தேன் தந்தை தாயிருயிரும் ஒன்று சேர்ந்து தழைத்தொரு உடலாகி உலகில் வந்தேன் அந்த ஈருயிர் வினைகள் அறமோ மற்றோ அழித்த பதிவுகள் எல்லாம் என் சொத்தாச்சு அந்த ஈருயிர் வினைகள் அறமோ மற்றோ அழித்த பதிவுகள் எல்லாம் என் சொத்தாச்சு. இந்த அரும் பிறவியில் முன்வினை அறுத்து எல்லையில்லாமை பொருளை அடைவதற்கு இந்த அரும் பிறவியில் முன்வினை அறுத்து எல்லையில்லாமை பொருளை அடைவதற்கு வந்த ஒரு உதவி குரு உயிரின் சேர்க்கை. வணங்கி குரு திருவடியை வாழ்த்தி வாழ்வோம். வந்த ஒரு உதவி குரு உயிரின் சேர்க்கை. வணங்கி குரு திருவடியை வாழ்த்தி வாழ்வோம்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். On this auspicious day, I want to warmly welcome all the participants who have come from far and wide to participate in this wonderful day. Especially, I want to congratulate and welcome Dr. Anand Kumar and also Mr. Murali Srinivasan. Mr. Anand Kumar has come from, is logging in from UK, and Mr. Murali Srinivasan is logging in from US. These two wonderful gentlemen have been with Vethathiri Sky Yoga for quite some time, and they are going to talk to us on very important topics as we're going to see along. I also warmly welcome all the participants who have taken the time off today and come in large numbers. It is your presence that makes a lot of difference. I want to also extend my warm welcome to all the people behind the scene who are helping to make this event a success. International Yoga Day, as announced by the United Nations, is very apt, because when we announce World Yoga Day, many people all over the world think yoga is just exercises, flexing muscles. They don't understand yoga is a lot more. So when you announce Meditation Day, they start thinking, oh, there's something called meditation. It is not just yoga alone. There's something beyond that. As you all know, Ashtanga Yoga talks about 8 steps: Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, and Samadhi. Only the 7th stage, Dhyana, comes. This only helps us to go to the next level, the blissful Samadhi state. Today, the World Meditation Day, as announced by UN, as United Nations has given a beautiful theme called the Meditation for Global Peace and Harmony. This year's theme emphasizes the role of meditation in fostering global peace and unity. India has played a leading role in co-sponsoring a UN General Assembly resolution that helped declare the day as the World Meditation Day. Meditation is a very powerful tool for promoting compassion, peace, and unity. More so in today's world, when a lot of challenges in many countries, there is war going on in many places, a lot of problems everywhere, a lot of, people are in fear, children are in danger, families suffer. Such a situation, this International Meditation Day comes as a reminder to tackle various global challenges and strive for harmony within ourselves and our communities. When we meditate, we travel inwards. When you attend a class, attend a session, it's called a tuition. But when we meditate, we start traveling inwards. It's called the intuition. The intuitive knowledge helps you to understand the potential in all of us. It's not just closing the eyes, sitting quiet. Here, actually, we're giving a big task to the mind. The mind performs based on situation for a good cause. It helps to remove the negative imprints and live a beautiful life. Meditation also helps in boosting our immune system. It helps us become very productive. Helps all of us to become very concentrated and focus on whatever you're doing. And actually helps us to explore the unexplored. Today, many people globally are in stress and depressive status, and meditation will help them come out of the situations. Individuals all over the world today are emotionally not balanced today, and meditation will play a role in helping them to become emotionally strong. Today, many of us want to become spiritually very strong. If you're going to be spiritually strong, that's where meditation comes into play. People say the neuronal functions become very better and helps the brain to have a better neuroplasticity. So like this, there are a lot more things that we can achieve through meditation. It's very apt and the right time. United Nations has come with this International Meditation Day. This actually, United Nations, nice information I just got. In the United Nations office, their quarters, they have started a room for meditation. Not now, the year 1952, long back. The room is called a room of quiet. People from all walks of life visit there and meditate. And also sometimes when the United Nations, various countries want to have some strategic meetings, they use this room for that. It's absolutely a quiet, beautiful place, very nicely made with help from many countries. So on that short note, let us dive into the program for the day. Today we have two eminent speakers who are extremely powerful in their own areas. Let us start with the first speaker, Professor Dr. Anand Kumar Dhanashekaran. He's going to talk to us about science of meditation. To just introduce Dr. Anand Kumar Dhanashekaran is not easy. He has a distinctive, big degrees, achievements to his credit. He's a medical doctor, done his MBBS, MRCS from Edinburgh, DNB in surgery, MCH in urology from Edinburgh, FRCS in urology from Edinburgh. He's also a endourology fellowship in Queen Elizabeth Hospital, University of Birmingham. He's an associate professor in clinical urology at University of Birmingham. He's also a consultant urological surgeon in Sandwell and West Birmingham NHS Trust from 2015. He's also the deputy head of academy in Sandwell and West Birmingham NHS Trust from 2020 to 24. He's also a honorary clinical tutor and a urology lead in Ashton University. He's editor of the Journal of Medical Case Reports for the urology section. He's also the editorial board member, the Journal of Endoluminal Endourology and Journal of Clinical Urology. He has a distinction in MCH Urology in 2015 from Edinburgh University. He has special interest in mindfulness, endourology, and education. He has participated in many international studies like Resect, Identify, Assume, etc. He is enrolled in many studies like Washout, CoStar, Clear, Premise, PETS, Pacific, etc. He has been in multiple podia, in various poster presentations, in various national and international meetings. He has published chapters in 3 urological books and journal publications. He is also the director of the Master of Urology, a YouTube channel. He has a great education resource for FRCs and board examinations. He is also the author of the book called The Master of the Urology. Beautifully. He was also a great speaker, a main speaker, an important speaker, and the host at the Science of Kayakalpa, which he hosted last year at Alia in India. Today, Mr. Dr. Professor Anand Kumar Dhanashekaran is based out of UK. He has joined us from UK. Now, over to Dr. Dhanashekaran Ayya, who is going to speak on the science of meditation. Ayya, over to you.
Thank you, Ayya. I'm so grateful to the Sky Yoga family and especially to Dr. Janaki Raman for giving me this wonderful opportunity. We had a Tamil session on the same topic 2 hours back. We had two eminent speakers explaining in Tamil the importance of Maharishi's Davam and various aspects. In my speech, I'm going to focus on what is the science behind the meditation. In Tamil Nadu, in India, people practice meditation for centuries with full belief. But in this day and age, if we have to take this culture worldwide, if we have to take this culture to the next generation, we should approach meditation in a scientific manner. I will briefly explain where I am working, difference between meditation and mindfulness, how brain waves and brain anatomy helps us to understand the meditation, how actually the meditation works, what is the research happening in that, and how we can practically apply it. I'm a professor in the Royal College of Edinburgh and Queen Elizabeth Hospital. This is the present hospital, which is known as Midlands Metropolitan University Hospital, and I'm a tutor in the Royal College of England. These are the two medical schools where I work as a professor, and this is my meditation center, approximately 1 hour drive from my house, which really sculptured me to practice meditation for long and multiple days. Following our Maharishi's principle, I'm a very strict follower of spiritual but not religious. This is the only way we can remove all the religious based divisions within the country and all over the world. And spirituality is the only way to bridge everyone. What is the difference between the meditation and mindfulness? Everybody may have come across the word mindfulness more commonly used, especially in English literature, while meditation is a much more a word with a deeper sense. For example, I'm talking to you. I'm supposed to talk for, say, 20 minutes. If I'm focusing my talk and delivering this talk without any deviations and able to deliver what I wish to talk, that is mindfulness. A focused work without any deviation. While meditation means it is much more deeper, where there is not me. It is just a kind of an existence without a self. We will explain this further. Meditation can be defined as a mental training that improves an individual's psychological capacity. It will also help in emotional self-regulation. Dr. Janaki Raman has given a very nice introduction. We have many types of meditation like mantra meditation, Tai Chi, Qigong from various parts of the world. But our Maharishi has given multiple meditations focusing on exactly the basic necessities of human beings in this day and age. It will help us to deliver a non-judgmental attention to the present moment and experiences. Many of you may know our brain consumes 20% of the energy every time. For example, whether you are walking or sleeping in your day-to-day activities, we may think that we are spending so much of energy in the hands and legs, etc. But the brain consumes 20% of our metabolism every minute and every second. But the weight of the brain is only 2 kg or 2% of a human body. That shows how much our body has evolved to give importance to the brain so that we can perform better in our day-to-day activities. I'm going to use some pictures from Institute of Human Anatomy to explain what is meditation, how brain works, and what is the science behind it. This is the picture of a neuron. As you can see, a neuron contains a nucleus and dendrite, and the long myelin sheath covered nerve fiber with axon terminal synapse. The main activity of the neuron is due to the action potential. For example, if a neuron has got only the electric signals within it, it will not cause any effect. The action potential, which is traveling from one nerve to the other nerve, is the only reason we think, we speak, we perform, we imagine, all the brain activities work on that. We can measure this action potential by using electroencephalogram. Many of you may have come across. It will give us both the temporal and also the spatial resolution of how the brain functions. Now we have quite advanced functional magnetic resonance, which is also a way we can explain the brain's metabolism. So this is how a real human brain works, taken from a cadaver. And you can see the cerebral cortex is one of the predominant area occupying the brain. The cross-section of the brain on the inner side, you can demonstrate the inner surface of the cerebellum. And also there are important areas which is known as gray matter. If you can follow my arrow, this 5 millimeter thickness, which goes in a convoluted way all the way across the cerebral cortex, is known as gray matter. The shining white material is known as white matter. The gray matter is the most important thing which results in the intelligence, thinking, etc., while the white matter is the main thing which conducts the thinking to action to the other parts of the body. The next important area we need to remember is known as thalamus. Thalamus is a part of continuation into a midbrain. Thalamus is the area where the main area of fear, happiness, calmness, everything resides. During the meditation, for example, if you are focusing on the forehead between the two eyebrows, indirectly we are focusing on the thalamus, pineal, and pituitary glands. All these areas are almost in the same line. There are 86 billion neurons in the brain. Every neuron fire on its own gives you that rapid thinking of one after another. Sometimes you may be thinking something very, very unusual and very, very unrelated because of this so much of brain nerves. In the back, we have the occipital cortex, which is a very small part, which helps us to keep the balance and also helps us to keep our working in an efficient manner. The temporal cortex is the one outside the brain which gives us the maximum ability to work, think, etc. Especially the temporal cortex in the middle is quite good for hearing and acquisition of the auditory signals. The brain's neural works can be measured both in frequency, as you can see here, or in the form of amplitude. Most of you may be very familiar with this graph, which shows various frequency of the brain waves. The common brain wave, what we live, is known as beta. For example, now I am doing this presentation in a very focused manner, which is a kind of a beta wave. If I go into a kind of a very relaxed, maybe a music hearing, not walking anywhere, relaxed in a bed, it goes to the alpha wave. Most often, by the time when you go to alpha, we will get into sleep, and theta is the one where there is a good amount of sleep. Alpha and theta have the frequency of 8 to 12 and 4 to 8 respectively. If the frequency goes quite low, less than 4, it is known as delta. That's where the deep sleep happens and sometimes dreaming happens. If somebody is really meditating very well, the brain can go for a peak problem solving, very focused, high frequency of wave ranging from 20 to 100, maybe even up to 120, which is known as gamma wave, which is very specific for meditation. So this is the delta, which is only like 1 to 4 hertz, which happens most commonly in the back of the brain, where I am showing you. It's known as the medial and lateral occipital regions. This is the temporal occipital region. The delta wave can be achieved by appropriate Agna meditation, Turiya meditation, and that too if we are able to practice for a long term. It can be achieved quite easily with practices like Yoga Nidra. Our Maharishi has given this in the name of Udal Talartal. Another important part of the brain which is helpful in our memory is known as hippocampus. There was a study done in the London taxi drivers which found that they have got quite good, complex, healthy, large hippocampus because of their ability to remember the complex London roadways quite in detail. Coming to the theta wave, as I said, it's 4 to 8. Theta waves are well demonstrated in hippocampus. That shows if somebody has to read anything and memorize it and keep it for longer memory in hippocampus, the brain waves should be low enough, like 4 to 8. You can't memorize something which is of higher frequency. Prefrontal cortex have a major role in these theta waves. This is one of the important area which is known as cingulate gyrus. The area which we are following in this arrow is known as anterior cingulate gyrus, and if you follow it backward, it is known as posterior cingulate gyrus. During our meditation, we will get some random thoughts. Due to the prefrontal cortex gives you the thoughts about like electricity bill, maybe office related paperwork or family related affairs, something like that. When you try to ignore your prefrontal cortex related thinking and then try to focus on the Agna chakra back into the pineal gland, pituitary area, the structure which helps us with this is known as the anterior cingulate gyrus. This anterior cingulate gyrus, as it becomes more stronger, it will help us to give a very deep meditation, and it prevents the unnecessary firing up of our prefrontal cortex. This is the reason when somebody is doing meditation quite odiously for many days, many years continuously, they will be having quite in-depth, continuous, calm meditation compared to somebody who is recently started. So if somebody asks you how actually the meditation works, this single picture is more than enough that by meditation, you are strengthening the anterior cingulate gyrus, and by that we strengthen the calmness and we avoid unnecessary firing of the prefrontal cortex, at least during the meditation period. And then alpha wave, as we know, is from 8 to 12. Beta wave is from 12 to 20. This meditation is just like how you develop your biceps by doing proper exercise. If you do good amount of exercise, if you take good nutritional food, your biceps will improve. It's exactly like that. If you perform meditation with good frequency repeatedly, preferably in the same time, it will result in good strengthening of the anterior cingulate gyrus, resulting in good strong brain, which will support for much advanced stage of meditation. A good focused walking will give you beta waves, but even in the walk, if you're able to focus just on the walking without any unnecessary, quite wavering thinking, that will also work almost like a meditation. As I said, gamma wave or quite high frequency waves ranging from 20 to 100, if not 120. It's very specific for people who have achieved quite in-depth meditation, and it happens only when somebody reaches that peak stage of the meditation. I'm going to go through only the science aspects of the meditation today. So this publication gives us the idea about how our mammalian brain evolved in evolution from the other reptiles and other organs. We can say that our human mammalian system has got very well developed cortical system, while the reptilian brain of, as I said, thalamus, basic functions were quite common for other organisms. So this picture clearly demonstrates how a very primitive organ like codfish, alligator, frog, cat, goose, they also have the same primitive brain, while the prefrontal cortex and the cortical systems are well developed in the organisms like monkey and human being. So this is how we can clearly demonstrate that our thinking process and our intelligence are so good because of this evolved brain. At the same time, a kind of a fearfulness in the life, a kind of an unnecessary anxiety is because of the persistence of this age-old historical brain system. Of course, for a cat and a goose, presence of this significant amount of the limbic system is very important because they need to be quite cautious to fight against the predators. But human beings are relatively well evolved. For example, I'm living in England in a very comfortable situation. I'm delivering this talk from my office room. I don't think any organisms like lion or snake are going to invade into my room and affect me. So there is no real reason for me to get a kind of an apprehension in the day-to-day life. But as we all know, in our life, the apprehension comes not in the form of like a snake or a lion, but in the form of like office manager, in-laws, unwanted friends, unwanted habits, etc. So thus, even though it's quite challenging, the primitive brain is very important to give us the enough sign to get rid of the anxiety. But we should not allow this primitive brain to overwhelm our life, which are the main reasons for the anxiety and depressive disorders in this day and age. So this picture clearly demonstrates how amygdala is one of the main organ for anxiety. Hippocampus gives all the memory, while cingulate gyrus is the most important thing to help to create a very calming, deep meditative experience. This picture shows the same thing in a different way. Meditation, as now recognized by United Nations, recognized by the scientific community quite long back. Scientific American is one of the world standard well leading journal. It has dedicated a full volume on the neuroscience of meditation, and I'm going to quote some important articles from that. The neuroscience of mindfulness meditation is now very in-depth studied. We always think and say that by meditation, initially when you sit, you may not be getting that in-depth feeling, but if you go on performing it, you may get a nice, calm feeling. Those things were very clearly explained. Initially, there is an attention control. You need to control your attention to, for example, the Agna Chakra, so that there is not much deviation happening. And then there is a emotional regulation, and then there is a self-awareness that you will feel as if you are sitting, you are breathing, etc. But once everything is going smooth, initial effortful doing, where you need to effortfully go and sit for meditation, has gone to comfortable sitting, where you won't have any problem in coming and sitting for the meditation, but your effort is mainly to avoid the mind wandering. And then the last stage is the advanced stage, where you'll be sitting for the meditation effortlessly. You'll be able to reduce the mind wandering also quite effortlessly. This can be easily explained by a kind of an abbreviation known as NEWS, NEWS. So initially, when you start meditating, your mind is in a narrative state. It just narrates one after another, back to back on all the thinking what is happening. If you're sitting for a meditation and just allow your brain to narrate everything like office, family, children, cinema, etc., there is no point in sitting in the meditation. You will be just wasting your time without much good fruitfulness of it. The next stage is the experiential part of it, where instead of just allowing the brain to narrate, you will feel that, okay, I'm experiencing my sitting, I'm experiencing my breathing. That's why our Maharishi has given a quick like Nadi Shodhana before having our meditative process to start. The next stage is the witnessing, where you will separate from your brain a touch, and you will witness the brain as something like a third party, and you will understand that your brain is thinking something. Your brain is throwing in some information. And the last stage, yes, starts for selflessness, where you will not feel that this is yourself, this is your brain. You will be so comfortably get oriented beyond yourself. The challenges in meditation research is mainly because, as you know, if I say getting up early is very good for health, going to bed early is very good for health. If I do a study, I always expect the study to show a positive result. Nobody will like a study which says that going to bed late and getting up late is good. That is the problem with meditation. People who even don't perform meditation accept that meditation is good. The problem comes in giving a very unbiased, good cross-sectional and longitudinal studies. There are plenty of publications, as I mentioned here, showing the changes in the cortical thickness, changes in the gray matter volume, changes in the gray matter density, less age-related changes, so many changes in the brain for meditative population. And the amount of enhancement demonstrated in the meditation group is so good that I don't think anybody can say that meditation is something without any scientific backup. Physiologically, it reduces the respiratory rate, it reduces the oxygen consumption, it reduces the tissue metabolism. Our metabolism is the reason where the appetite happens and increased caloric intake happens, and metabolism is indirectly a sign of the aging. A good vascular physiology, having a good circulation from the brain to the toe is very important to make sure that we are avoiding the disease like stroke or cardiac diseases. We can see that in the meditative practitioners, there is a 44% increase in non-kidney, non-liver circulation. Good blood flow, as Dr. Janaki Raman has briefly mentioned, is clearly demonstrated in the meditative group. It reduces the sympathetic activity, which is like a fight and flight response. It regulates the cortisol secretion, and it also regulates the brain function. It improves our behavior, and it also well demonstrated in various neuroimaging. So these are all the CT scans of the people who do the meditation. As you can see, a good change has happened due to introspection and metacognition. The same word what Maharishi has used to help us in getting the Agatha. So introspection, understanding what's happening in our own body, and a kind of a metacognition in getting a wider aspect is very important. The same studies have again shown that it gives you an emotional self-regulation, and it gives us a very good self-control and focused problem solving. Various other studies like Embody, which is a study, clearly showed that initially just focusing on the breath or the Agna Chakra, the thoughts will come randomly, like for example, dinner. But if you are able to just absorb the thoughts, not as your own thoughts, and take things forward, it will lead to world peace. No wonder our Maharishi also mentioned the same thing because of his own meditative experience, that if somebody is meditating beyond a certain limit, the thinking, the concepts of world peace has become one of the main thing. I used to wonder why Maharishi thought about the world peace when he can easily focus just on our own Tamil Nadu people and delivered this wonderful program of both physical health and also the spiritual health. The world peace is a kind of an indirect effect of long-term meditation. And people who did meditation and also have written a kind of a self-report have clearly showed that the more self-centered thoughts slowly diminish, and they'll be more compassionate, and they'll be more accommodating for everybody throughout the world. And it is clearly given in the form of neural fingerprints. The studies have clearly shown the differences in the meditative brain and the control brain, and the effects are so good to prove that meditation is something which is unavoidable. As already mentioned, neuroplasticity is a phenomenon by which the brain models and changes permanently into a good state of increased gray matter and increased vascularity. It is not an elasticity where the things can go back to its square one. Neuroplasticity is very well proven, especially in the treatment of the diseases like Alzheimer's disease and Parkinsonism. It's very important that the thinking is also now become like a disease, too much of thinking. And this thinking is very important in the age-old methods of preventing the type 1 and type 2 errors, where we should not be get fooled in a forest and got held up by a lion or any predators. But now the things are much better, and we are living in a very concrete cities and towns where I don't think there is a need to worry too much and think something very innocent into a very big hazard. This kind of meditation will really make you feel of other problems like alcohol or even coffee and tea intake. People indulge on these kind of habits because it gives them a kind of a pleasure, a kind of a calmness from the high frequency brain waves. When they start tasting the goodness of the meditation, the low frequency waves, then the amount of happiness what these kind of addictive things can give become quite immaterial. It gives you to step out from your normal life, becoming less self-focused, accept the change, and it's very important and now modernly measured by various simple gadgets like this Muse gadgets, which will tell you the depth of your meditation. I will finish by explaining one of a very in-depth aspect of meditation where the brain waves can be completely stopped to a standstill, not just for few hours, not just for few days, it's just for 7 days. It is stopped for 7 days because it's not very safe to proceed it beyond 7 days because it can result in the person's soul leaving the body. This particular aspect known as Nirodha Samapati is completely scientific and it is explained in the literature where how a proper functioning meditative practice can result in the calmness, and that calmness, absence of brain waves, can be focused and kept for days and days. Our Siddhas have practiced this and our Maharishi has achieved it. But since our Maharishi is a people's Maharishi, people's Guru, he has given us into a very short form of multiple ways of meditation so that everybody will become a good citizen and not to the level of a monk and leaving the family, etc. We can easily explain few things by other modern things like quantum physics and double slit experiment. Meditation is the only way it gives us the holistic wellness, emotional control, spiritual well-being, physical health, occupational growth, intellectual growth, social, financial, and environmental growth. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I can vouch and prove that meditation is a scientific one. Lots of research have happened and also happening to prove its efficiency. So when you are practicing our Maharishi's meditation, understand the science behind it that will help us to take this not only just into the other parts of the world like Western world, also to the next generation so that they will take it with lot of scientific input. வாழ்க வளமுடன், வாழ்க வணக்கம்.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Anand Kumar. Amazing speech. You've just shown as a doctor, you've seen the kind of the anatomy of the whole human body, the way meditation would help you manage health a lot better. You started saying it is spiritual and not religious. Okay, that's a nice start for that. We talked about the meditation and mindfulness, how they are different, how it's going to help us. And you talked about the 20% of the capacity of brain only. I mean, uses the 20% of whole body energy is used by the brain and the way the neurons are functioning. And for the gray and white matter, okay, you talked about. And you gave us a touch and feel of the brain. We're able to touch the brain. You made us feel the brain. Okay. We all have seen the brain in the pictures, but not the real brain actually. So you brought the real brain to us, gave it in our hands. We were able to touch and feel the brain. It was so nice. And it was very nice for us to see that. And talked about the singular, anterior singular gyrus, the gyrifications that happen in the brain, which really helps us to really do better in life. And the gamma, okay, whereas 20 to 100, and where the primitive brain to the current human brain, how it has evolved, and the endocrine glands, how it is functioning when you meditate. And finally, you touched, along with Maharishi, how Maharishi has given certain thoughts, which he has given in those days, he has evolved without science being what it is then. So on those beautiful things, I want to really thank you for your time. It's excellent. Okay, I think we should give you one full day, talk in detail about the science of meditation. Definitely one day we'll do that, Mr. Anandakumar. It's a pleasure to have you with us. Thank you so much. Stay blessed. Valga Valamudan. Thank you so much again.
Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. Pleasure. Before we go into the next speaker, Mr. Murali Srinivasan, we have a few experience videos. Some of our participants who actually practice meditation, various techniques of what Maharishi has given, what they talk about, okay, how they feel. Let us hear some of them talking to us for a few moments.
It brings so many benefits to our body and our Happy International Meditation Day. My name is Marcus Davun. I'm 33 years old and I live in Denmark in Northern Europe. Let me tell you a little bit about my experience with Simplified Kundalini Yoga, or SKY for short. And in just a few months' time, my life was completely changed. The life force energy, the chakras or energy centers, and the Kundalini force came real and tangible to me. I could feel it as I was meditating. This completely blew my mind and opened a whole new dimension of life of energy up to me. I highly encourage you to try meditation. It brings so many benefits to our body and our minds. And if you get the chance, I highly recommend you to try SKY. It has changed the life of me, and be blessed by the divine.
Namaste to all the teachers and masters of Sky Yoga, and to each and every one of you who's watching this video. I'm Palash, I stay in Bombay. So on this occasion of International Meditation Day, I would like to share that if there was one thing that I could go back in time and tell my younger self, it would be dhyana. That's it, just one word, dhyana. Because no matter who you are, what you do, where you come from, it can transform every aspect of your life. People just don't have the idea what it can do. So yeah, I would take much time, just this much that. Do your practices every day, regularly. Discipline is very important. Don't seek experiences. A lot of us do that initially. Be humble, have gratitude, and no matter what is happening in your life, be centered. That's it. Thank you so much for having me. Be blessed by the divine. Namaste.
Varga Valamudan. I am Vatsala Subramanian from Chennai and have been practicing this for the last 4 months, very religiously without fail. It's kind of become habitual, or should I say addictive, but I've been doing it every day for 2 reasons. One, it is very simple and it does not take more than 15-20 minutes. Having said that, the benefits are huge. Morning soon after I do this, my body feels completely charged up. I feel very active, light, energetic, and internally I can feel the peace and calm. And this Sky Yoga has helped me in a significant manner. So I can see, and people are seeing that change in me both internally and externally. So I would definitely recommend this to everybody because it does not take more than 15-20 minutes and it's very simple, but the benefits and the advantages are huge. So I'm extremely grateful and thankful that I was exposed to the Sky Yoga and that I'm able to do it on a daily basis. And I'm very, very thankful.
Wonderful. Actually, it's always nice to hear experience of people. It is wonderful. Now, shall we experience a short meditation? Okay, because we've been talking about meditation. Okay, I request our professor, Sunanda ji, to take us through a short meditation. Over to Sunanda ji. Valga Valamudan.
Valga Valamudan, be blessed by the divine. Thank you, Ayya. So we have been hearing the lecture so far. So let's all sit comfortably in a chair. I'm sure you're all relaxed, but keep your spine erect. Close your eyes, interlink your fingers, and keep them on your lap. Okay, we'll do a quick meditation. So before I start the meditation, those who have not been initiated, please just follow your breath. Okay? Others can do the Agna and Turiya. Yes, let's go. Be blessed by the divine. The atmosphere around us is purified by the divine power. The atmosphere around us is purified by the divine power. The atmosphere around us is purified by the divine power. The divine energy descends upon us and we are all purified and blessed. The divine energy descends upon us. We are all purified and blessed. The divine energy descends upon us. We are all purified and blessed. The divine power may protect us, guide us, and lead us day and night in all our activities, in all our work, at all times. Salutations. to Mother. Salutations to our Father. Salutations to our Guru, our spiritual master, Vethathiri Maharishi. Let us focus on the point between your eyebrows, Agna. I repeat, those who have not been initiated, just follow your breath. Turiyam. Let us conclude the meditation. May the energy spread all over your body and let the body and my soul be purified. May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. May the peace prevail within me. May the peace prevail around me. May the peace prevail around the world. Peace, peace. Gently rub your palms. Raise your hands. Take a deep breath. Bring down your hands. Gently open your eyes. Be blessed for the day.
Thank you, Sunadaji, for a nice meditation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now we go to the next speaker, Mr. Murli Srinivasan from the US of A. Mr. Murli Srinivasan, to introduce him, he's actually a IT expert, IT specialist, and has been associated with Sky Yoga for quite a long time. Mr. Murli Krishnan Srinivasan is a MCA, Master of Computer Applications. He's done his MBA from Colorado Tech University. Currently, he is the Senior Director at the Project Management Office at Visa in the US. He leads a multi-million-dollar business enabling digital payments all over the world. He's a technologist, a people leader, and a mentor for many people. He's an innovator, and he holds a lot of patents in digital payments domain. He's a community leader, associated with many NGOs in the last many years. He is associated with Sky Yoga from 1996. He founded the Sky Center in Bay Area in 2007 in California and has been serving the last 14 years from there. He is a country coordinator for the US. As a Sky professor, Mr. Murli travels around the US and spreads Vethathirium across the American people. Mr. Murli Krishnan Srinivasan is an apt person who's been a practitioner and has been taking a lot of people, a lot of effort in managing the Sky Yoga affairs in US. And he's going to talk to us about why meditate. Over to Mr. Murli Srinivasan. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Be blessed by the divine. May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. May the grace of our Guru, Sri Vethathiri Maharishi, guide us. Thanks for the great meditation, Professor Sunanda. Thanks for the wonderful speech, Dr. Ananda. My humble respects to all the masters and volunteers and Sky practitioners that are part of this satsang. My respects and appreciation to the coordinators, professors, volunteers of the online team that has been doing wonderful service to the entire globe. So today, I've been requested to speak on the topic. Why meditate? And it is a very simple topic, and I believe everyone can relate to the context. All of us have been given, and all of us have learned. So one of the greatest meditation technique in Simplified Kundalini meditation, and some of the greatest tools and knowledge has been given in the form of Sky Yoga by our spiritual father, Sri Vethathiri Maharishi. And all of us, can say that we all have struggled at some point in our life to maintain the discipline, to fall back on these tools that are sure to give us the solutions to our problems, the strength to deal with with all our life's problems. So in that context, I would like to share my thoughts around this topic, why meditate. So let me know if you cannot see my slideshow, please. So I would like to start with a story. Leo Tolstoy needs no introduction. It is a story by Leo Tolstoy called The Three Questions. So there was a king that lived at some point in history, and one day it dawned upon the king that if he knew what the right time was to begin any action, to do anything, And if he knew who the right person was to take counsel from, to listen to get advice from, and if he always knew what the most important thing to do is, then he would always, listen to the right person, do things at the right time, and do the most important things. And as a result, he would not fail at whatever he does. So the king then set upon to ask these to find out an answer to this idea, right? So he asked 3 questions to learned men across his kingdom. He invited them all, and he posed these 3 questions. What is the right time for every action? Who is the most important person that you should work with, that you should listen to? And what is the most important thing to do at any given time? Everyone gave different answers. Everyone said, you need to win over your enemies. You need to be skilled at warfare. You need to listen to your generals, right? The different kinds of answers were given with different contexts being assumed, right? And still, the king was not satisfied. He decided to then go out of his kingdom and consult this wise hermit, this wise person that he had heard about that lived in the woods. So he goes into the woods. The king went to the wise hermit, and at that time, the wise hermit was outside his hut, and he was working his fields. He was digging. He was frail and weak, yet he was digging the ground, tending to his garden, and taking tired breaths. The hermit saw the king, greeted him, and listened to the questions, but he did not answer those 3 questions. He just kept on working, right? The king decided to stay anyway, and saw that the hermit was very weak, and he decided to help the tired hermit and work the fields alongside. He said, "Let me give me your shovel. Let me dig for some time." Right? And he started digging. The day went on, and towards the evening, the king was tired, and then the hermit then and took some rest. The hermit then took the shovel again, started digging. They both took turns and started working on the field. And evening came, light started fading, and the king did not still get his answer. So disappointed, he decided to return. But then, just about he was ready to return, he saw a wounded man running towards the hut with the blood oozing from his stomach. And the hermit said, "Yeah, look at somebody is coming. Let's look at what has happened to him." Right? And they both see that he was badly wounded with a lot of blood, and they both take him inside the hut, tend to him, give some water, give him a bed for rest, bandage or cover his wounds, and set him on the healing path. Okay, the wounded man, goes to sleep, gets up in the morning. The king also sleeps because he was so tired, and decides to sleep in the hut. The next day morning, the wounded man gets up and in a feeble voice asks for forgiveness from the king. Then the baffled king realizes and hears from that person that he, in fact, was his enemy, waiting to ambush him on his way back to the kingdom, because the king had sentenced his brother with a death sentence or something like that. And but while the guy was waiting to kill the king, he was ambushed by bandits, and as a result, he was wounded, and he came begging for help to the same king and the hermit. Okay, he says, "I wish to kill you, but you saved my life. Now I will be your faithful servant till I live." Right? The king forgives him, and for the last time before he leaves, he asks the hermit for the answer to his 3 questions. The hermit replies, "You have already answered those questions, my dear king. If you had not decided to help me in the fields yesterday and moved on, then your enemy would have attacked you, and you would have repented not staying and help me. So the most important time yesterday was in the fields for you. The most important person that you needed to spend time with was me. And to do me good was your most important work. To help me was your most important work yesterday. And then when that man came running to you, the most important time was when you were helping him. The most important person was him. And what you did, that good that you did for him, the help that you did for him was the most important business for you. So the answers to your three questions, he said, are the most necessary person is the one with whom you are at the present. For no man knows whether he will have any other work, whether he will ever have any time to deal with anyone else. And the most important work is to do good things to the person that you're interacting with, right? Because only for this purpose alone, the humans were sent into this life. Thus the wise hermit enlightened the king, and the king happily went on his way. Dear friends, this is a very counterintuitive story, but this is the secret of life, right? We worry about the past and we worry about the future, and we look for some magic wand or some person that can magically enlighten our future or make our future prosper, right? Thus, we fail to live in the now. And as long as we learn to connect with the now, then we can make plans for the future. We can learn how to learn from our past, right? So the now is your present. That is the moral of the story. And to learn to work with the people that were sent to you in the present, the time or the now is the divine presence that pervades your entire atmosphere, your entire life, right? We need to learn to respect that time, learn to respect that present that has been given to us. And in that present, whoever is sent to us are the people that the divine has sent to enrich our life. So we need to learn to coexist, to co-create our life with the people that we are blessed with in the present, without looking for, without disrespecting them, right? So we need to learn, how do we co-create a better life? We need to learn to present only good things to those people that are sent to you by the present, right? This is the secret of life, right? So this might be very counterintuitive. This might be a very simple statement, and you might all think, how is it that I know this answer, right? I know that I have to live in the now. I know that I have to work with the people. But they are all, the people that are sent to me are all mean to me, disrespectful to me. I don't know how to deal with them. I try to do good things to them, and they still are mean to me, right? That's how we're all thinking. And how can I do good things to them? That is the question that many people constantly ask ourselves or ask our teachers, right? And this counterintuitive secret, even though in one side of our heart we know will work, we fail for some reason. We lack the motivation or the inspiration to believe in the secret and follow through on this, right? And this is where our guru's gift of meditation and self-help, in all the teachings that is given in the form of meditation and self-help, in the form of knowledge, in the form of various techniques, right, he has given to us, is going to help us follow and ingrain this counterintuitive secret within us, right? And for example, our meditation, no other meditation gives the instant ability to merge with the universe and the absolute, right? I know we learn Agna Turiyam and then the Turiyatitam. Within 2 months, you learn that, okay? You go to any other meditation techniques, you have to chant sounds, you have to, observe your breath, you have to do lots of mindfulness things, right? But the meditation that you've been given, the instant ability to merge with the most powerful thing that exists, that we are a part of, right? That meditation, okay, all we need to take is the first step. And like a generic pill that magically solves all our problems, right? The powerful ability to intensify our life energy that has been given to us in the form of Kayakalpa, right? And all your teachers will say it takes only 3 minutes to do. Please do. And we still, how many days have we forgotten to do that? And just skipped our evening Kayakalpa and then gone to our dinner or breakfast or gone to bed, right? So and in introspection, for example, a very powerful tool to deal with your past mistakes, a powerful tool to vacuum your mind and soul and co-create and self-create your future, right? And all these things in the form of very simple and implementable techniques, and an easy way to develop a sense of awareness. As long as you practice our sky meditation, even inconsistently, as long as you show up to our courses or practice satsangs now and then, we all can identify that we all have developed a sense of awareness. What is that awareness? Just by repeating our twofold moral pledge, we know that it is wrong to hurt anyone, right? At least 50%, 60%, we have developed the ability to not be disrespectful to other people, to not be hurtful to other people, right? That sense of awareness. And by meditating a little bit, we have to at least to some extent develop the sense of perspicacity, right? So that sense of awareness is there within us that has been partially grown. We just need to take it to the fullest level. And lots of things if you pay attention. For example, I used to think that I just need to be lucky, right? But I didn't know how to be lucky. I can be lucky by helping other people, right? By attracting this providence, by preparing my soul for that, by genetic center for that, right? And there is a topic that I always point my students to: why humans differ. Some people think it's a boring topic. For me, it is the recipe for success that in Sky that our guru has given. I learned to respect the value of hard work. I always used to believe shortcuts are the way to go and become rich or become successful in life, right? Now I understood the value of inculcating hard work into your routine, powerful habits into your routine, friendships, knowledge, practicing an art, right? All the things that we were ignorant of or are even innocent of, on how it will help your success or prosperity in life, that has been clearly given to us in that topic, right? So Sky Yoga, in the form of meditation and various self-help topics, are a treasure trove of how you can prosper in life, right? And a counterintuitive way to achieve friendship and happiness, for example. People say life is always about, you're always going to have challenges, right? And life is all about how to deal with those challenges, staying strong and staying afloat on top of those waves, right? And one of the counterintuitive and secret way to achieve this happiness and prosperity is to keep giving, to keep helping others, right? Again, as a concept that we all have learned from Sky Yoga, right? So the answers to all our questions, the answers to all our problems has been given to us in the form of knowledge by our spiritual father, right? All we need to do is take the effort to take our growth to the fullest, to take our evolution towards sublimation to closer to 100%, right? There is a parable of the elephant rope that I've heard about. Elephant, when it was a circus elephant, particularly when it is small, they tie it to a small nail using a very weak rope. At that time, the circus elephant, the baby elephant, cannot break from that rope and break free and run away. And even when the elephant grows big, the elephant stays tied to the rope because it believes it does not have the strength, it does not have the capacity to break free from its clutches, from the clutches of that weak rope. But if it took the first step, it will immediately find out that it can escape to its freedom, right? Similarly, we have tied ourselves by a weak rope to because of our own immaturity, because of our own emotional insecurities and fears, and without having the confidence to take the first step, even though the greatest gifts have been given to us, right? So let us realize that we are all tied by this weak rope and move on with our life and escape to our freedom and realize our full potential and prosper, right? That is the reason we need to start the first step, which is meditation. Align ourselves with the most powerful phenomenon in the universe that we are all part of. That is the universe itself and the absolute, right? Thereby aligning ourselves with the strength of the universe and the absolute, and propel our career towards success, propel our life towards harmony and peace and one of strength, right? Propel our friendships towards very meaningful, sweet relationships that make us spring out of our bed And many of you know, according to the World Health Organization, people, even normal people that look normal, have at least experienced some form of mental health issues because of challenges that they are dealing with in life. Some minor levels of depression, for example, right? So meditation and all the sky techniques, Kayakalpa, and all the sky techniques that we have learned are the easiest remedies that are available to us. And we are ready to put, for example, put enough effort to study for an exam and get certified. We are ready to put enough effort, for example, to look for a job and go through many interviews and get a good job, right? Or start a small business and prosper, right? But we all, when it comes to uplifting our own mind, uplifting our own life towards happiness, we procrastinate and we postpone the steps that we need to take in the form of meditation and all the spiritual techniques that have been given to us. So let us take that first step and let us inculcate a more stronger habit of spiritual practice, so we all can become very strong teachers of sky, and in turn teach and learn and spread this happiness across the globe. And may the grace of our Guru and the blessings of our Maharishi be with us. And because all these saints, all these wise people across the time, across the history of time, have told us, only two things: meditate or pray, and do good things to others. Meditation and virtuosity, all we need to do is inculcate this into our life, and a method has been given to us, right? And how many all the business books nowadays, for example, right? Many business books talk about great leaders and great people that have achieved success in their life through a discipline of prayer and or meditation, through the discipline of just doing good things to others, and in the process attracting great things for themselves, right? So may this habit of taking care of your own life come to you all with a blessing, and on this auspicious day, International Meditation Day. And I thank our organizers for giving this opportunity for all of us to learn, to be motivated towards this important habit in our life. And remember, when it comes to life, we cannot escape from life. We can only embrace it with clarity and calm. And for that, meditation is the first step. Be blessed by the divine.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Murali Srinivasan. What a beautifully put across. Very nicely told. Started nicely with the wonderful story from Leo Tolstoy. Very nicely said. Okay, the story of a king and the hermit. How the hermit was able to teach a lesson without uttering a word. And you all talked about how everything happens in life. Everything happens for a purpose. Karma, what Maharishi has told. How to achieve the secret of life. Live in the present moment. You said beautifully, be good and do good. Very nicely put across. Meditation and self-introspection is what is all about. What is required today. You said, let us merge with the universe, bring a sense of self-awareness. And you said, sky is what is going to be really good. Help us to attract prosperities in life, good health in life, good friendship in life, happiness in life. So nicely put across. He said, be a giver. We are so wonderfully blessed by the divine. Let us be a giver. And he just nicely told about the parable of the elephant rope. And I think to put nicely said, let us use the sky yoga as axe, cut that rope of what we are bound, and we are not able to come out of the clutches of, all negative thoughts. And you are just saying, let us have the mental health. Let us meditation be the tool for that. And let us not procrastinate. Let us start now. Let us become stronger. You're not saying meditation and virtuosity is what is all about life. And that way, so nicely you put across, Mr. Murali Srinivasan. Your experience talks. The way you come across so many souls in your kingdom of United States of America. Okay, we really feel so blessed to have your speech. Thank you so much for your time. We stay blessed, and thank you again so much for your time. Pleasure. Thank you so much. Now, I would request all of you to kindly get prepared for a short meditation, a different kind of a meditation. Normally, when you say meditation, we always focus on something. Today, we are going to focus on yourself. Okay? Let us assume, okay, it's a nice meditation. About 5 minutes it will take. I'd request all of you to kindly sit in a comfortable position. You can be seated. Okay? With your hands clasped, hands on your thighs. A short meditation. Let's get prepared for it. Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths and slowly let go. Every time you exhale, imagine that all the negativities and muck are leaving you and you're becoming better and better. Every breath is making you wiser and stronger. Take a deep breath and slowly let go. Slowly come to normal breath. We're going to have some positive affirmations. Just do not get into research on what we are discussing now. I want to talk about some powerful statements. Imagine these statements are true with you. I want to repeat the statements twice. Just imagine that you are this. Do not get into a research on that. Be blessed by the divine. Eyes closed. I am a powerful being. I am a powerful being. I am always happy. I am always happy. I am fearless. I am fearless. I am confident. I am confident. I am self-motivated. I am self-motivated. My body and mind is perfect and healthy always. My body and mind is perfect and healthy always. My family is beautiful. My family is beautiful. My spouse and my children are very happy. My spouse and my children are very happy. I always add happiness to their life. I always add happiness to their life. I am a very successful person. I am a very successful person. My professional life is beautiful. My professional life is beautiful. I'm always liked by people. I'm always liked by people. I'm always surrounded by like-minded people. I'm always surrounded by like-minded people. People around me are very positive. People around me are very positive. I'm always focused and I concentrate and I achieve my expectations. I am focused and I concentrate and achieve my expectations. I always help people. I always help people. I'm a blessed being. I'm a blessed being. I always want to be a giver. I always want to be a giver. I achieved so much in my life. I achieved so much in my life. I'll keep on achieving more and more. I'll keep on achieving more and more. My children are special to me. My children are special to me. They always do good. They always do good. My children make me proud. My children make me proud. I am blessed with Vethathiri Maharishi. I am blessed with Vethathiri Maharishi. I practice Sky Yoga on a constant basis. I practice Sky Yoga on a constant basis. I'm always energetic. I'm always energetic. I pass energy all around me. I pass energy all around me. I am a blessed being. I am a blessed being. These are powerful thoughts. They'll make us feel very positive. Stay positive and do positive things to people around us. We all are blessed with Maharishi. Let us practice Sky Yoga on a constant basis and stay blessed. Be blessed by the divine. The last about 1.5 hours, we come across two wonderful speeches. Now it is time for vote of thanks. Now it is time for thanking all of you for your presence, for your wonderful speeches of the speakers. I request our Joint Director, Ms. Vijayashree, who is responsible for all the online team working from earlier. I would request Vijayashree to kindly propose vote of thanks. Over to Vijayashree.
Thank you, Aya. One minute. On behalf of, sorry, there's an echo. Just one second. Okay. On behalf of WCSC Digital Solutions and Sky Yoga Online, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who participated in our World Meditation Day event. Your presence and engagement made the celebration truly special. We are grateful to our Guru, Vethathiri Maharishi, who has given us life-transforming, simplified Kundalini Yoga techniques. And we thank the guidance of WCSC President S.K. Mailananji. We are deeply grateful to our esteemed speakers for sharing their expertise and understandings, Dr. Ananda and Professor Murli Srinivasan. Thank you for your insightful discussions and the valuable information you provided on meditation, mindfulness, and the science that underpins these practices. Your presentations were both enlightening and inspiring, providing a deeper understanding of the benefits of these techniques. Your ability to connect these complex concepts in an accessible and engaging manner was truly inspiring. A special thank you to Dr. Janaki Raman for expertly guiding us through the session. Your calm and clear instructions created a serene and conducive atmosphere. Your special meditation infused us with renewed energy, affirmation, and enthusiasm. We also express our sincere appreciation to Ms. Sunanda for leading through a pleasant meditation practice. Her guidance helped us connect with our inner selves and experience the transformative power of mindfulness. Finally, we extend our thanks to the entire team who have contributed in making this event a success. From planning stages to execution, their dedication, hard work, and collaborative spirit was very essential in making this event a grand success. Thank you everyone who participated virtually to this wonderful celebration of World Meditation Day. We hope that the insights and experiences shared will continue to inspire you to incorporate these practices of meditation in your journey towards greater well-being and inner peace. We look forward to continuing this journey with you in this future. Thank you so much. Be blessed by the divine.
Thank you, Ms. Viji, for the nicely put across vote of thanks. We come to the end of the session. Before you wind up, the World Welfare Song. As you all know, Maharishi has written more than 2,000 poems. Our Mahan, Vethathiri Maharishi, dreamed how the world should be. His dream became a poem. Now we are going to play the song for all of you. Kindly listen to the song. Look at every word. The great man thought how the world should be. Let us all work towards that, pray towards that, and stay blessed. World Welfare Song.
உலகமெல்லாம் பருவமழை ஒத்தபடி பெய்யட்டும், உழவரெல்லாம் தானியத்தை உவப்புடனே பெருக்கட்டும், பல தொழில்கள் புரிகின்ற பாட்டாளி உயரட்டும், பகுத்துணர்வில் தொகுத்துணர்வே பண்பாட்டை உயர்த்தட்டும், கலகங்கள் போட்டி பகை கடந்தாட்சி நடக்கட்டும், கல்லாமை கடன் வறுமை களங்கங்கள் மறையட்டும், நலவாழ்வை அளிக்கும் மெய்ஞான ஒளி வீசட்டும், நம் கடமை அறவாழ்வின் நாட்டத்தே சிறக்கட்டும், நம் கடமை அறவாழ்வின் நாட்டத்தே சிறக்கட்டும். வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வளமுடன், வாழ்க வையகம், வையகம் வாழ்க வளமுடன் வாழ்க வையகம் வாழ்க வளமுடன் வாழ்க வையகம் வாழ்க வளமுடன்
Thank you very much to everyone. You made this evening wonderful. We'll again meet in another event very soon. Till then, stay blessed. Valga Valamudan.